Good morning, everybody. Here it is, late May. We are less than 3 weeks away from our trip to Breckenridge, Colorado to participate in the High Country Tour put on by the Model A Ford Club of Colorado. That will be more than a 2,500 mile round trip adventure for us. And we have just realized that we have not yet taken the four-door sedan out of the garage yet this year. It's been such a cold, wet spring, and the roads that we like to travel are still packed with snow. We haven't gone anywhere in the four-door. So today we're going to do a shakedown tour, put some miles on the old girl and make sure she's running as she should before we embark on this multi-week trip. Today we're going to go down the Feather River Canyon and see how the snow melt is affecting the river flows. So come on aboard, come with us, and we'll see what kind of trouble we can get into today. Make sure the old car is running as it should. Well, I like trains just as much as I like old cars, so when I saw Union Pacific going down the middle fork of the Feather River Canyon here, I felt obligated to videotape it. The river looks nice and calm at this location. We're just west of Sierra Valley, which is the headwaters of the middle fork of the Feather River. And while it does look nice and calm, the volume of water far exceeds what is normal at this location. And that's all that beautiful snow melt going down towards Lake Oroville. About 12 miles downriver from where I filmed the train is this high railroad trestle. We tried to hurry and get here so we could film the train going across it, but after waiting around far longer than we should, we had to conclude that we were the ones late to the party and the train had already passed us before we got here. Here we are at Yuba Pass summit, elevation 6,700 feet. Still about 4 feet of snow covering the ground. Incredible for the last week of May. Well, here we are at Sierra Buttes. Always a great stop. Always pretty to stop here and take a picture. As I zoom in, see if you can locate the large black bear walking along the ridge top. Do you see it? There it is. We also came across a lot of mountain quail at this location. I don't really know what the name of this waterfall is, but the creek is called Big Springs Creek. So Big Springs Creek Falls is the name I'm going to assign to it. The mountain quail have been known to stop here to get a drink of water as well. We continued making our way downriver along Highway 49 until we reached the town of Downieville. Downieville is a classic gold rush boom town, being founded in September of 1849 when Francis Anderson discovered gold in the nearby gravel beds of the river. 1 year later, Downieville had 15 hotels, 4 bakeries, 4 butcher shops, and more saloons than you could count. Downieville is also famous for being the location of the only female hanging in the state of California history. July 5th of 1851, Josefa Segovia was hung after being accused of murdering a local miner. Today, Downieville is the county seat of Sierra County. It's a great tourist location if you want to have lunch along the river. It's also famous for a downhill mountain bike ride that you can do where you start at the very peak of the Sierra Buttes and you ride 18 miles down dirt trails, pretty much downhill all the way back to the town of Downieville. And they run courier services to get people up to the top of the hill to make that ride. Leave a Model A parked anywhere and you draw a crowd in a hurry. But that's part of the charm of owning these beautiful cars, is you get to talk to a lot of people about their history and what the car is capable of doing. It's always fun to talk to people and educate them on the history of the Model A.
I like your license plate. So it's Roman numerals.
Well, you tell me.
I
You
don't
should know your
remember.
This is 1,000.
Right.
100 before 1,000, so that's 900. 1,000, 100. X is 30. 1930.
Oh, wow. Would have never figured.
We're in Downieville, California, old and gold mining town. And we are at the confluence of the North Fork of the Yuba River and the Downey River, right here in the middle of downtown. The river's running pretty strong with all this record snow melt. Downieville reached a peak population of more than 5,000 people in 1851. It was actually in the running in 1853 to become the capital of the state of California. Luckily, that didn't happen, as it's pretty remote and wouldn't make a very good state capital. The population had diminished pretty significantly by 1865 once all the easy picking gold was used up. And today, only about 290 people call Downieville their home. "12 miles upriver from the town of Downieville is another gold rush community known as Sierra City. This town was founded in 1850. However, a significant avalanche occurred in the winter of 1852 to 1853, and the avalanche took the entire settlement off the side of the hill. It was many years before anybody dared build back in this area. This area is more known for hard rock mining than for placer mining. Several hard rock mines operated in this area for many decades. A significant nugget was found in the river in September of 1869, weighing 106 pounds. That's more than $250,000 worth of gold in one nugget by today's money. Today, only a little more than 200 people call Sierra City home. It's kept alive by tourism dollars. One of the significant influxes during the summer months of tourist dollars is that Sierra City is a major stop for hikers who are doing the Pacific Crest Trail. That's a trail that goes from Canada to Mexico. The trail crosses the river only about a mile east of the town, so this is a major stop for through hikers doing the Pacific Crest Trail to resupply, get cleaned up, get rested before they head back out on the trail. I actually purchased a Model A engine from the barn here on the right last year. I didn't even bother to stop this year, so I wasn't tempted to buy another one. As we climbed the elevation to get back up to Yuba Gap summit, the river of course got smaller, but the snow got deeper. Once we made it back up over the top of the summit, down the other side, got back down into the Sierra Valley, we were treated to the pleasure of the California super bloom, where all the wildflowers are blooming. This is pretty much happening all over the state of California because we had such an unusually wet spring. The wildflowers are just really spectacular, especially for the high desert. This is something that we do not see very often. It was very, very impressive. Well, today's shakedown tour was right at 200 miles. The car ran flawlessly all day, which was the whole point, was to make sure she was in top condition for her upcoming long trip. We sure appreciate you coming along. Hope you enjoyed the beautiful scenery, and we'll see you on the next video. Thanks again.